Hey guys, today I am super excited because it marks the start of my Scottish bike tour. I'm going to spend 2 weeks riding the Highlands and then also getting back down to London, making my way back down through the country towards London where we are at the moment. This little video I'm putting together to show you my kit list. Last year I did a 3-month-long bike tour around the Balkans where I took a lot of the same kit with me. I've probably got a few extra luxuries with me this time because it's a shorter tour and the inclines aren't so bad. I'm not overly concerned about the weight. I'm probably aiming for about, I don't know, 12, 13 kilos with a tent. So let's have a look. Okay, I'm going to start by giving you a quick sweep of everything that I've got laid out on the table here, minus the bike, of course. And just one there in the corner. Okay, so from left to right, what we've got here is my 2 kilo mega tent made by Quechua. Super lightweight. Is large enough for 2 people, but it's just me. I'm quite tall as well, so it's 190 centimeters, which is just right. I got this awesome piece of kit, which is a blow-up mattress. It's a substitute for my typical 5-pound roll-up mat, and they're significantly more comfortable, and in terms of space saving, they are pretty essential. You can grab those off Amazon. Again, invested in a new piece of kit, really small, lightweight, 500-gram sleeping bag, done, which will sort me up to comfortably like 8-10 degrees on a typical night in the summer. Brilliant. Midges, I've got a head net just in case. Not super cool, but I'm hoping not to have to use it, but it's there if I need it. First aid kit for the essentials. First aid kit for just in case. This little bag here holds all of my techie bits and pieces. I've got a chain breaker, I've got a magic link. I'm going to empty that through actually. Okay, yeah. Extra links in case the chain breaks. Puncture repair kit. 1 gear cable in case it snaps, 1 brake cable in case it snaps as well. Spoke tool, and I've also got 2 spare spokes just in case. On my Balkan tour I did break a spoke and it came in very handy to have this. They cost nothing off eBay, so definitely worth considering, and then just looking up a quick video on how to replace a spoke and apply tension. This bag will soon be filled with all my cables and wires. I've just got a 2-port USB thing for the nights I stay in a hostel to charge things up. Okay, moving over to the important stuff. 2 Ortlieb fully waterproof pannier bags. Each one sits either side of my bike. I think they're about 40 litres each, is that right? I'm not quite sure. Standard size. They're great pieces of kit. They served me very well last time, even in torrential downpour. They just roll up at the top. They're brilliant. And of course, bungees. You never know when they come in handy. They tie anything and everything down to your pannier rack. Some essentials which will soon be going into a bag. We got good old Radox, deep heat, underarm, midge, and mosquito spray, a bit of sun cream. That is not essential. That is just because I have had salmonella poisoning for the last week, so that's a lot of fun for me. Here, just keep all your toiletries in the same place. Makes things much easier when you're searching for whatever you need before you jump into bed at night. I carry a GoPro. I find this grip particularly useful for just pulling out of the back pocket when you want to grab a bit of quick footage. In here, just another bag. You're probably noticing a theme here. Everything is in bags. I'm super short-sighted, so I keep all my contact lenses in here for my nice Oakley sunglasses. Battery pack, so if my phone needs charging, if I'm spending a few nights in a row in the tent, then at least I can charge up my phone, and my GPS, passport, especially during international tours. I'm still contemplating whether to take that this time around. Emergency lights in case you get caught out late at night. I take a heart rate monitor because I'm a bit of a data geek and I like to keep track of that sort of thing. This is an awesome piece of kit. If you don't have a microfiber towel, get one. They're super compact, they dry super quick, and they're probably on my top 5 bits of kit that I've got on me, alongside my blow-up mat and the awesome new tent I just picked up. Little watch, stay away from the expensive bits. You don't know where you're going to leave it or what you're going to do to it. I've taken 2 spare tubes. On my 3-month Balkan tour, you will be amazed to hear that I did not puncture once, not once. Essentials here: small pump, tire levers, and multi-tool. Okay, so socks. This is an interesting one. Some people will compromise on the socks game. I do not compromise on the socks game. I like socks. I like clean, non-smelly feet. So I've got 2 for the bike and 2 for my hiking shoes. Wallet, of course. These are kind of a luxury. I really dislike wet feet, and especially because I'm going to Scotland and it's not going to be incredibly warm there. I am taking these, they're called Velo toes, and they just slip on. I say slip on over your cycling shoes. They're quite a struggle to get over your cycling shoes, but they are brilliant at keeping water out. They're made of silicone. This is just a little gilet for wind protection and light shower protection, just for extra warmth. That, probably the most essential piece of kit, is a full length, when I say full length I mean top half, rain jacket, waterproof jacket. Invest in a good one. This is a particularly good one. It packs down into like nothing. It weighs about 300 grams and it always keeps me dry. This, especially at night, if you're camping, you're going to want some kind of warm jacket. This is a down jacket. It's got feathers. It's beautiful, and it's nice and compact to fit in my pannier bags. I take a laptop. I'm not that old school with my navigation. I generally, the night before, will jump onto Strava and just map out a route for the day. It depends. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. I've also got a bit of work to do, so I'm taking my laptop. It's just a MacBook Air, super lightweight. It's like 1 kilo. So that works for me. Whilst we're over here, I'm going to take you down to the shoes. We've got the cycling shoes here, where I've just got some SPDs on the bottom. That's what I'll be wearing typically during the day. Pair of flip-flops and another pair of lightweight trail shoes, which I can also use for like general hiking and bits and pieces. That is my triple threat shoe game. You really don't need any more. You could probably do with less. Maybe just your cycling shoes and a pair of sandals. I personally don't like sandals, but that is totally up to you. Now, okay, I'm going to take a hat with me. I'm taking 2 pairs of pants. That worked for me just fine last time. You could probably even do with 1, but I'm not that disgusting. But I won't judge you if you take 1 pair of pants. Let's just make that clear. Very important. I'm taking 1 sort of casual shirt, which will also double up as other evening wear. That's my mum on the phone. I'm going to call her back later. Hi. Bye. Bye. Okay. One t-shirt. I took 3 t-shirts for my Balkan tour last year. It was way too much. I ended up chucking 2 of them. And I also got paranoid about weight because I was climbing huge mountains. But that is a story for another time. Here we just have a pair of shorts. Really nice to get into a pair of shorts after a long day in the Lycra. And that takes me on to the Lycra chat. So I have 2 sets of Lycra, 2 bib shorts, really nice padding on these, same on these. So I've got 2 sets of bib shorts. We're going to just chuck those there for a minute. And 2 jerseys, 2 short sleeve jerseys with the 3 pockets at the back and all that. That's a nice one as well. It's got a sort of merino in it as well. It's super breathable, real nice to wear and ride with. Because of the midges, and especially because it's a little colder at night, I'm taking full length long johns. My mother calls them. Oh. Excuse me. My mother calls them Unterhosen, which I believe is a Dutch translation. I've got one super warm Helly Hansen thermal, again merino, great piece of kit, especially at night. Probably you won't find me wearing it during the day. And finally, just a short sleeve thermal, which I'll probably wear if it's sort of 15 degrees and I want just an extra layer to keep the wind out and to keep me warm. So that is coming with me. So I've got 2 base layers essentially, 1 pair of long johns which I probably won't wear on the bike but will wear in the evening, 2 jerseys, one of which I'll always be wearing, 2 bib shorts, one of which I'll always be wearing, and then a few extras for off the bike. Okay, moving this way. I'm in 2 minds whether I'm taking these with. Probably not. So we'll forget about those. Okay, helmet. Helmet, number 1. Nice pair of sunglasses, not essential, but pretty essential for me. Cycling cap, especially on the big climbs, when you're sweating and you just need some protection from the sun. That's great. And then a pair of cycling gloves, because you're practically going to spend all day in the saddle, so you want something to just ease the pressure off the palms of your hands. See, great hands. Fine. What next? Seeing as you'll be spending quite a lot of time by yourself, I've taken the liberty of choosing some literature. Tribes I'm reading by Seth Godin at the moment, and pulling little excerpts from this wonder of the world, The Path of Prosperity. Okay, next up, 2 1-litre bottles. These are excellent. The larger you can get them, the better. But to be honest, you're not going to fit anything in your bottle cages much larger than this. Here, I'll show you. Only just about clears, and then you're going to drop it right down. Simples. Right, and then probably the most important piece of kit for me is this little speaker. It weighs about 500 grams, which is quite heavy, but it gets me through every single day. The climbs, the descents, the highs, the lows. It is the essential piece of kit for solo traveling. I also am bringing this bag. I haven't decided yet whether I will need to fill it. It'll probably sit like on top of the pannier, sort of sideways. I'll show you what it looks like once I've got it all set up. But that I believe actually concludes the packing list. If you have any questions, give me a shout. I'd be very happy to answer any of your questions. And I'm hoping to keep track of this tour. I'm not taking this lovely camera, I'm taking my GoPro, the Session 5. So I'll be keeping track of the trip. I'll try and do a daily. Will I do a daily? Undecided. I'm going to do a few uploads throughout the trip just to keep you in the loop, show you what the Scottish Highlands look like, and then the trip down to London. We're going to have a lot of fun with this, so enjoy the ride, and I'll see you back here in about 2 weeks' time. Cheers guys, bye. One of the most important things, or rather the most important thing I forgot to show you, was the bike itself. This is a Specialized Cirrus, a 2012 Specialized Cirrus, aluminium frame. I know a lot of the touring geeks will say you have to go steel frame for touring, but I've been really happy with this bike. It's been super durable for me. I've covered about, I don't know, about 7,000 kilometers on this so far, and I bought it second hand and just did a bit of work to it to get it back up to speed. I've visited all these countries on it and have been absolutely delighted with the build quality. A real bonus on this bike for me is the dual braking, which you have here on the shifters and on the tops as well. I've never had that before. I know it's pretty typical of a tri-cross bike, or a cyclocross bike rather, but I've never had it and it's great. Here I have a really cool lock. It's made by Abus. It's called I think it's called an Abus Bordeaux. It clips out of here. You just sort of pull it out, and then it's like a series of plates that fold out and pretty much go around anything. It has a high safety rating. Highly recommended for touring. It doesn't weigh too much, and it's got a safety rating of 8 or something. That is the bike. Also make sure you're happy with your saddle. This one I've ridden with before and it's been just fine for me, but make sure when you're getting ready to tour, just whatever saddle you're using, don't buy it, stick it on and go. Make sure you've had some time to really try it out beforehand. Anyway, I think that pretty much covers it. That also goes for the position of the bike. Make sure you've tried and that you're happy with the position of the bike. I'd seriously recommend investing like the 60, 70, 80 pounds it costs for a professional fit, because you're going to be spending all day on the bike, so you want to be comfortable on it. Okay, I'll leave it there, but I'll see you soon. Bye.